those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like
You know what they say. Something's got to give. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. I got it. Switch. Fire.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Herbert. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You better bring. I'm letting you know right now. You better. Let's go.
They'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
Down. Change you, sir. Two times. 4 down. Get it. Play.
Back to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Badgley able to knock this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes, and now it's his time to do it with Miami. Space to maneuver at the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Fitzpatrick, complete. This is Albert Wilson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety Jamal Adams.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Howard on second down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, this is Howard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Right there.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he completes it to Wilson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it. They
did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a run with Balaj. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Finding Gabriel complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Caught here by Bell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. Second down and inches. Throw complete to Herndon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Herbert. Herndon's got it complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's second and 8. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Taylor Gabriel as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Fitzpatrick is going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Right there. 54. Hey, echo. 54, Mike. Go ahead. Get him. 54.
Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. This quarterback now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. Looking to throw. Herbert, open man, Taylor Gabriel. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
180! 34.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. First down, Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Zoo. 57. Jim. Get the ball. Hey, check Mike.
Throwing Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Drop deep. Hey, left. Hey, Jim.
Fitzpatrick now on second down. Wilson's got it complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He finds Howard complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. On first and goal, Howard. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They come out here in the I. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll sneak it with Fitzpatrick. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
Well, he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this throw caught left side. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's back to throw.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On second down. It's Bell. He's to the 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Badgley's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop. They're going to get out of here with a victory.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Go! 57 Jim, go Jim. 57.
Back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, 3rd down here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Jets, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I'ma pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Man can't ball like this, man, Lord.